So as a young person, started trading the stock market at 16, went to America, made about 2 million in the dot-com bubble, but I didn't have any common sense, started to throw raves, got people bringing Ecstasy over from Holland, SWAT team smashed my door down, end up in Sheriff Joe Arpaio's jail where guards were murdering mentally ill prisoners. There's videos of that on my YouTube channel, and the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood prison gang decided who lived or died. My writing was smuggled out the jail, put on the internet as a blog, John's Jail Journal, and it went on to attract international media attention, and it launched me as an author and a public speaker. Only 6 of us chose economics at my school. It was called St Joe's back then in Widnes, Cheshire. It's called St Peter's and Paul now. My economics teacher was Mr Dillon. He's not there anymore. And he saw I was really interested in the stock market. He started to give me lessons on my own, explaining all the numbers in the Financial Times. And he mentored me, and when British Telecom shares first started on the stock market in England, I bought them. I couldn't get my mum and dad to give me money, so I went to my nan, she gave us 50 quid. And because I was so young, we had to open the account in my nan's name. But the money doubled and I was hooked right away. So as a stockbroker, I had to be in the office 6 in the morning, sales meeting, cold calling all day long. And then I started to see the business potential of the rave scene, bought some pills, they went like that, started to get greedy. In the beginning I was just giving them away, but got greedy. When greed takes over, yeah, you may make some fast cash, but sooner or later the SWAT team is going to come and you're going to end up in jail. There were 10 witness statements, and they went to a judge and he gave them authorization for a wiretap to listen to our phones. I only use pay phones, but other people, he got their phone numbers, police got their phone numbers, and they used my name because so many people were working for me. They were saying these are, you know, it's English Shaun stuff, English Shaun that, blah blah blah. So I had to pay the price and accept my karma cheerfully. No. In the first year I was wild. I would have gone back to the lifestyle if I got released, but once I was facing 200 years, I didn't care about the lifestyle anymore, and getting sentenced to 9.5 years was one of the happiest days of my life because I could see when I was going to get out. And I saw that prisoners, most arrests back then for weed possession, my friends in prison, soldiers, marines, biggest houses of the mentally ill. It made me see what was going on in the world, all these evil companies profiting from incarcerating these vulnerable people. Not making excuses for pedos, rapists, serial killers, but they're a minority of prisoners. Most people get caught up in things on the wrong side of the law. It's drugs these days. And I explain it does start out fun at first, but it ends in the prison, police, or death. And that's why you don't see many old drug users out there. They're either dead or they're in prison. So you've got to think about what's going to come at you down that long road. Well, on my Bank Broad episode, it shows the guy getting carried out on the stretcher. It wasn't just blood coming out of his head, it was yellow fluid like brain stuff, so seeing people getting left for dead was the worst thing I saw. Worst thing that happened to me, living with the cockroaches was bad, and living with a serial home invader torturer who kept threatening to smash my skull in and kill me while I slept with a padlock in a sock. Okay, so over 100 people arrested with me, so I had some of my bouncers protecting me, and then 2 Tonys was protecting me later on, old school Italian mafia guy serving 141 years for murdering rival gangsters. So only murdered rival gangsters, he was top of respect in the prison. Gang rules, yep, if you're white, then you come under the control of the Aryan Brotherhood prison gang, and you've got to obey their rules. Well, in America they just give you $50 and say have a nice day. It's called gate money. In my case, I was deported on Con Air, deported back to London from LA, and I was lucky enough to have family supporting me. So after a year at my parents' house, I was able to get a job, moved down south near London, and become a public speaker and an author. Yeah, the process does need more attention. In America, giving someone $50 and saying have a nice day, they'll spend that money if they've got nowhere to go, buy some food once they've run out, shoplift for food, and next thing they're back in prison. It's ridiculous. Well, I didn't decide to move back to the UK. I was deported and I'm banned from America for life. And seeing the horror of what drug use led to in prison made me want to share my story in the hope other people wouldn't make my mistakes. So that's the book about the guy who protected me in prison, and it's doing really well on Amazon worldwide right now. It's getting average 4 stars and 5-star reviews. And basically it's written in his voice. It's like he's talking to you, like you're having a fireside chat, and goes from his career in the Bonanno crime family, when the Bonannos were back in the 50s and the 60s, and then in the 70s, two Tonys with his own mafia clique opens a nightclub in Alaska and goes to war with biker gangs. It's like Sopranos versus Sons of Anarchy. Lots of talks across the country, and my Pablo Escobar book, 1,000 pages long, Pablo Escobar's story, that's coming out next. Thanks for your questions.